Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Philip. This is the Ranger's Respite, and today we're taking another look at a Virginia whiskey. This is Whiskey Library Review number 13. And just really quick, if you didn't see the live stream on Freedom Malts yesterday, where I was involved in the blind sample showdown, I'm recording this ahead of when that comes out, so I won or I lost. Maybe I scored 0 points. If I scored 0 points, I want you all to give me a round of applause in the comments. I really, that's an achievement to be proud of. Now, on Wednesday, I spun the wheel and I got Wasmund's American Single Malt Whiskey. This is batch 142, which is aged for 25 months. I don't remember what the proof is on these. It is bottled at 48% alcohol by volume or 96 proof. This is relatively early in the existence of copperpox. I can't tell you what year this was. I could reach out to Rick Wasmund and ask, and he'd probably have an answer. But this is fairly late in the existence of these labels. Copper Fox retired the Wasmund's single malt branding to be consistent across their portfolio of just being Copper Fox. Helps with brand recognition. And these are a little bit controversial. And it is not mean for me to say that some of their earlier batches were not good. In our interview with Rick Wasmund, we discussed that because it has been the case that people have, when I've said how much I like Wasmund's and Copper Fox, say, really? I had a bottle and it was terrible. Oh, well, when was that? Oh, it was in like 2010, 2012, somewhere in there. And it's like, that's a really early batch. That was before they figured out the secret sauce. What is the secret sauce, you ask? It is using a little bit of cherry wood, but mostly other woods to smoke, particularly apple wood and peach wood, because cherry has a tendency to give a whiskey a really acrid, bitter taste, and that's something that is really hard to age out. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to replace my Copper Fox glass. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not a chip and it's not a crack, but there's a visible deformation in the rim. So this is probably the last time I use this glass before I replace it. Without further ado, let's take a look at this. See, I know that it's not everybody's jam, but on the nose, straight barbecue smoke. There's the distinct odor of somebody using fruit woods to smoke meat. There is that like char from a barrel. It's really an ashy nose, and I know that that's not for everybody, but I like it. And there's some like buried deep within it. There's some like sweet apple and like honey, and just a little bit of like green vegetation. On the palate, it is sawdust, wood smoke. This is, and I mean this in a really genuine, heartfelt, I appreciate it way. This is really rustic and very like, this to me is sitting by a fire, camping out, apple turnovers in a in a pie iron. Mm-hmm. Slightly chilly, a little bit damp, good hot fire going, apple turnovers and in pie irons leaking a little bit into the fire. There's an earthiness to it. You've been camping, you know that you drop food and you just eat it. You just gotta. And the finish. The finish is this nice, rich, ashy, woody. There's some sweetness there. There's some like fruit juice and something that almost reminds me a little bit of cognac. That I can't explain, but it's very good. It is unique, and I understand that it's not everybody's type of dram. I told Adam at one point, Adam from Lost Lantern, that I think that he should visit Copper Fox and do the tour. But I knew that but I said that it probably wouldn't be a good pick for them because of the way they age. So in the Single Malt Frontier interview with Rick Wasmund, he talked about their aging technique and what they do that's different. On the tour, they talked about it in like broad strokes, didn't really want to go into detail, and uh, did not allow pictures and did not go into details like Mr. Wasmund did in our Single Malt Frontier interview. So I will not tell you exactly what they do. But suffice to say that it'd be difficult for Lost Lantern to bottle it effectively or transport casks effectively. It is really interesting. It's different. The very tail end of the palate is a dry, sort of bittersweet ashiness. A little bit like burnt cobbler. All right. Now let's go ahead and ask and answer those three questions. 1, do I like it? Yes. I think I've reviewed this before, and I think I probably said much the same things. I really enjoy it. I know that it is not a universal thing. This is one of my introductions to American single malt whiskey, believe it or not. And I think, not this bottle, but another bottle of Wasmund's. I want to say back in 2018. This is my introduction to American single malt whiskey. I've had this bottle. No, this is the second one. The first bottle I took to a party and left there because that's what you do. And it is, I believe, a testament to it that unlike when I usually take a bottle to a party with the intent to leave it there, it always finds its way back to me, which is how at one point I had 3 open bottles of Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, 2 open bottles of Ragged Branch Signature, and 1 open bottle of the Weeded. And believe it or not, all 3 Ragged Branch bottles were bottles that I bought to take to a party and came back to me. I don't dislike that. If I leave a bottle with you as a host of a gathering, it is a gift to you. Anyway, question number 2, do I think it's a good value? So this you can't get anymore. So there isn't an answer for this question. And the third and final question is, do I recommend it? Again, you can't get this anymore. What you can get is the 20th anniversary bottle. It's very similar. I have a bottle of it. It's on the wheel. Maybe we'll spin and get it. Maybe we won't. But that is That is the what you can get, and I will say yes, I recommend that. All right, and real quick, let's run through those commercials again. Yesterday, I was a guest on Freedom Malt's Blind Sample Showdown. Either I won or I lost, or I got 0 points, which I will consider a win. Also yesterday, we interviewed Nora Ganley Roper of the Single Malt Front of Lost Lantern on the Single Malt Frontier all about blends and bringing it all together. If you like what I do, if you want to support this channel and the Single Malt Frontier, I pay for most of this whiskey myself out of pocket and make my life a little bit easier. If you would be so kind as to go to the Etsy link in the description down below and purchase a pen made from a French oak barrel stave. The barrel held cognac for 45 years. That's right, 45 years. Then it was used to finish a peated American single malt whiskey in the Pacific Northwest. I can't tell you where it was or what distillery it was. The master distiller couldn't get her marketing team to give me that information, or couldn't get her marketing team to sign off on me putting the brand name in with the pens, which is understandable. They can't control that, and they have a brand to protect. With all that said, let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see what I'm reviewing on Wednesday. I'm hoping for something fun. Knob Creek Single Barrel Select Rye. I think that's behind me. Let me see if that's behind me real quick. It is not behind me. I'm not going to worry about that for now. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing Lost Lantern's Fall 2025 Single Cask number 17, 888 Distilling 6-year peated American single malt whiskey out of their Scotch Lovers collection. Damned good stuff. I think that covers all the things that I've got to talk about. So, until next time, stay happy, stay geeks, sláinte.